What? Judy and Nick are now a buddy cop duo, basically trying to protect Zootopia from crime. And in this movie, they basically try to solve a case involving a snake played by Ki Kwan. And it's a case that very well tests their friendship. I'm gonna be honest, I have no real reason. Maybe Moana 2 is the reason why, but I really wasn't excited for Zootopia 2. Like, the original is good. I won't go out and say it's a classic, especially upon this rewatch, because it really does feel overstuffed yet well intentioned. But even then, I really wasn't expecting that a level of significance with this sequel. I don't know. I just really was fearful that in the 9 years it took for the sequel to get made, I really thought that they would potentially fumble it. And I know this wasn't like Moana 2, where they basically repackaged a TV show into a 1 hour and 48, whatever the runtime is, minute movie. Still, I was just very nervous, and I really wasn't expecting that much. At best, it would probably be a 5 out of 10 experience, and I would probably recommend it to families. Having said that, I think it was the right idea to go in with low expectations, even though you're probably watching this review, you're probably wondering, is it good enough to go to the movie theaters for? Surprisingly, yes. Let me get into it. Starting off with the positives, even the weakest Disney animated movie has fantastic animation. I think it's a given that the animation would be stunning. And it's no different here. It maintains the style and beauty that the original Zootopia had, and it's just a marvel to see with the eyes. Every single animator who worked on this movie know that your work led to some fantastic visuals. Just a delight on the eyes overall. Also, the voice acting's really good. I mean, they brought back a lot of the original cast to reprise their role, and they absolutely feel like they haven't missed a step. Jennifer Godwin and Jason Bateman as Judy and Nick still have amazing chemistry and amazing comedic timing. No matter how many issues I had with the original, their characters always shined, and in this sequel, it continues to here. They just play so well off each other, so I'm really happy that they're actually like teammates instead of just trying to find out if they would make good friends on their previous case. Here, they don't do any shortcuts. They absolutely develop their friendship in a pretty realistic and mature manner, and I really do appreciate that. Bateman and Goodwin absolutely do incredible work. Also, even though on rewatch the original Zootopia got less funny for me, I don't know if the same would apply to this movie, but upon rewatch it kind of got less funny, the original, so it's probably easier for me to say this one had a lot more comedy that worked. Like, I was shocked at how much I was laughing. Like, again, I went in with negative expectations. I didn't think it would be this funny. Maybe 1 or 3 chuckles. No, more than that. Not even chuckles, just outright laughs. This movie has really good comedic timing, which is something that I wasn't expecting. So if you're here to have a good laugh, you are definitely going to get it with Zootopia 2, which I can't believe I'm saying, but that's how good the comedy and writing is. So I gotta give props to Jared Bush. He also had great direction with Brian Howard. Additionally, when I saw the trailers and just the promotional material in general, maybe that's another reason why I had low expectations, because they kind of sold it as, hey, you remember Zootopia, you remember all the characters, right? We're bringing them back. So I just thought that they would probably bring them back with no reason, just there to cash in on nostalgia from 9 years ago. Surprisingly enough, they are utilized in a pretty well-rounded manner, and it allows other characters to shine, such as Ki Kwan's Snake, or Gary D. Snake, if you will. Like, Ki Kwan is absolutely a great actor. He absolutely gave an energetic performance, but also the movie gives him a lot to do. Like, I thought, again, he would just be, like, simply there because, like, I really didn't know why they were focusing so much on the snake as a selling point. But here in the movie, I still don't know. But they surprisingly gave his character a pretty emotional arc, and one that maybe the movie could have given a lot more for him to do, but overall the emotion is still well executed, and you definitely get his character, so definitely great there. But also the expansions to the world building, which, again, I wasn't expecting. Like, the world is much more expanded here instead of just being, I guess, the original movie. No problems with how they set up the original movie's world, but I like how they expanded the world beyond just doing the bare minimum. They don't do the bare minimum. All the characters are expanded in a pretty good way, and even if they're not, they're just great inclusions. And how the case tests Nick and Judy's friendship, like, that was honestly one of the most surprising aspects of the movie. It makes it more mature than the first one, because although the social commentary is well-rounded, yet kind of unbalanced and could have been executed better, here I did feel the maturity of the story, and it didn't really waste time. Like, the pacing, like, although it's the same length as the original runtime, maybe some pacing issues in the original, here, like, even though I have some issues with it, I never felt the runtime. It doesn't waste your time, so definitely a positive there. If I were to give any complaints or semi-complaints, I do have a few. The villains they introduced and the twist they do with the villain later on, I didn't really buy it. Like, it's not a terrible twist or terrible villains by any means. They're just there to serve the plot. But especially with the twist, it's just so out of left field and kind of uncharacteristic, which is something you could say about the villain of the first one too, so I guess it's in character. That's actually surprising. I went completely off topic, but they actually brought back the original directors, which, bravo! That was absolutely the right call because this feels in line with the first one. I wanted to find that out. Sorry for interrupting. But yeah, if you didn't like how they handled the villain last movie, you're probably not going to be surprised when the twist happens, although it might be better, slightly. And to an extent, it does feel overstuffed. It can feel like the movie's throwing out a lot, but it does serve the story a good enough justice. Overall, Zootopia 2 just proved to be one of the biggest surprises of the year because I really wasn't expecting anything with it. I was really expecting an inferior sequel, but after seeing it, I could possibly argue that this is better than the original. It's fun, it's funny, it's beautifully animated, with characters you absolutely care about, no wasted time. Issues aside, I just had a fun time with it, so the real authority does approve. No, I'll go up to a 9 out of 10. Like, even though the original is like an 8, I do feel more comfortable with giving this like a 9 because I just overall had a consistently fun time with it. You may disagree with me, but I had fun with it, and I wasn't expecting that, so definitely a recommendation there. Also, I wasn't expecting them to give away these mystery keychain Zootopia packs. You know, might as well unbox it here before wrapping it up, so might as well do the outro cue card. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and comment your thoughts on this movie, and let me know what your favorite Zootopia movie is. Oh, I got the gopher. And that's cool. Alright, peace.